People of Earth, the following podcast is not real. One moment, just reading through some focus group feedback. The audience finds you dismissive and cruel. Well, that deserves a reply. Dear focus group moderators, I find the audience... Wait, no I don't, because I'm not looking for the audience. Even if the audience was lost in a cold, dark forest, surrounded by a pack of audience-eating bacteria. No, wolves. Wolf bacteria. I'll run that through Grammarly later. As for you, sit back and enjoy the show.
Hello from the Magic Tavern, a weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. I'm your host, Arnie Niekamp, the greatest warrior in all of Foon. If you've never listened to the podcast before, this is everything you need to know. 9 years ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King in Chicago into the magical, fantastical land of Foon. Luckily, I'm still getting a Wi-Fi signal through the dimensional rift, and I used that to upload a podcast recorded here in the Tavern the Wanderlost as we try to summon up forces to fight the War of the Wizards. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Chunt the Talking Badger.
Oh, yeah, baby.
How you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing, bud?
I'm okay. I've been a little busy. My hands are cramped because I keep trying to write these letters to royalty. You know, I'm just sort of like cold calling royalty. I guess cold quilling royalty to sort of try to get them to align with us to fight these wizards.
Oh, sweetie, that's why your hands are cramping, because you're cold quilling. Let's get this quill up to room temperature. Let's get some salt in you. There we go. All
Let's get
right.
some salt in me.
Yeah, if you have a cramp, you eat some salt. You didn't know that?
I didn't. I actually really didn't.
Huh.
Is that a weird Foon thing, or is that just a normal thing that I should know?
I mean, everyone in Foon does it. I don't know if it's a weird Foon thing. What do you do on Earth if you have a cramp?
I don't know. I usually don't do enough stuff to give myself cramps.
Huh. I feel like when I've seen you before, you're seated for so long you get a cramp, and then you just stand up and you go, ah. Is that sort of an Earth technique? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. And then I'm like, I am going to sit back down for at least a week.
Interesting. So you're writing the royalty. Arnie, I also sent out some scrolls. Sent one out to Gigglemug, King of the Cranes. Sent one out to Dewdrop, Queen of the Dolphins.
How about Pumblechook, the Lord of the Geckos, but they're actually a cat?
I didn't send one to him because I'm pretty sure Reba McIntyre ate him.
Oh, yes.
I just assumed. I assumed.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Assumption. Yeah.
Yeah. But I haven't heard back from any of the animals yet.
None?
Let me check my non-existent pile. Yeah, none.
Well, I sent a letter to King Ralph, but it turns out it was just an imposter.
Oh, King Ralph, someone... Oh, no. Arnie, we have to do something.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a good man, King Ralph.
He is?
Well, King Ralph is a good man, but if there's someone impersonating King Ralph, that's a bad man.
No, he seemed pretty cool. Seemed like a good man, yeah.
I feel like a long time ago I heard about King Ralph, but I'd be lying if I said I remembered very much about King Ralph.
What I'm saying right now may or may not have anything to do with King Ralph.
Arnie, have you heard back from anyone?
Well, I have heard back from King Bartholomew, the Boy King. So maybe we'll try to have a meeting with him soon. And we're going to have to get back into practicing our pitch.
Oh, yes. Should I grab the cards or?
Yeah. Here, I'll set up the easel.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me put on a tie real quick. Oh, this is a snake. That'll work as well. All right. Okay.
That's a snake.
Okay, so imagine this. It's sort of like our favorite play, Automaton Constable, except it's a war and there are a bunch of wizards involved.
Okay. Interesting. I like that.
Oh, Arnie,
like
this is
that.
new. You critiquing the pitch from within. Interesting. I like that. Interesting.
No, but
I
hear
like
me
that.
out. If during the pitch, someone giving the pitch green lights the pitch, then does it really? Maybe it tricks everyone into green lighting.
That's a good idea.
What does everyone want, Arnie? What they can't have. If we buy our own pitch, people will try and buy it from under us.
Exactly.
Brilliant, Arnie. Brilliant.
Start a bidding war right there in the room.
Yeah, we'll outbid Max the Mirror.
Who's Max the Mirror?
You don't know Mirror Max?
No.
I used to buy everything. Now I don't. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he bought King Ralph. Who knows?
I see. I feel like I started to hear a little bit about Miramax again recently, and I'm like, really? He's still a thing?
Well, Arnie, let me take off this snake. Ooh, got bit on the neck real bad. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, let me see if I can just suck out the poison here.
Stop. Why does Chunt keep looking for opportunities to suck himself?
Why? Wait, so what happened there? You got a snake on you?
Yeah, my tie bit me in the neck, but I got it.
Oh.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, who's that at the bar?
Oh, it looks like our guest is here. Guys, I'm so excited. I don't think we've ever had a paladin on.
Oh.
And frankly,
Really?
I'm not sure I even know what a paladin is, which is why I think it's a good idea. Please welcome our guest, this paladin that I ran into at the bar.
Hey, Chunt, do you notice how I don't get...
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Usidore the Blue, one of the great wizards of Foon, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, great paladin. To whom do you swear your fealty?
Oh, that's like a complicated question. I feel like we need to get to know each other a little bit more before I can tell you that.
Sure.
I'm so sorry. I'd like to apologize for Usidore. I usually ask the opening questions,
What?
and they're never complicated.
No worries.
They're usually just like, what's your deal? Or why do you look like that? Stuff like that.
Oh, why do I look like this? Oh,
That is, I might segue into that question. Why do you look like that?
You know, paladin is it's not like a profession that always pays the most. So sometimes you just need to make do. And, I think tatters actually make you cooler. And I think when you are a paladin and you step out in really cool linens, I just think okay, what are you, sworn to the goddess of money? That's okay, whatever. But, I think there's really something to be had in the humility and humbleness of having some dirt, on your face or whatever. And
That is beautiful. That is so beautiful because sometimes you see these paladins. They come out dressed in their fineries and their jewels.
Yes.
And their gold encrusted armor. And you have to say, where's that money coming from? Aren't they a part of some religious order that's supposed to be giving back to the poor? Yet they take the money to aggrandize themselves.
Ugh, no thanks. I once knew a paladin. He said he had the cup of a carpenter. It was bejeweled. It was gold. It probably held 80 ounces.
Oh,
That's
but
not the
Chunt,
cup of a
did you see that guy drink out of that cup?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he turned into a
skeleton.
big skeleton real fast.
I know a paladin who had a John of the Carpenter. And I gotta say, that thing was terrifying.
Arnie.
Yeah.
By John of the Carpenter, do you mean...
I meant toilet, not anything
Okay, I see.
unsavory.
Yes.
But you...
Oh, toilet goddess, yeah.
Toilet goddess. Now that I almost never say this, but that's a t-shirt.
Just so you know, though, toilet goddess low-key sucks. Just not the greatest, and really temperamental. So not my goddess, and would not recommend swearing yourself to her. 'Cause,
No, let me interpret for Arnie. You said not my goddess. Arnie's from another world, so sometimes he doesn't understand the things here in Foon. When this paladin says not my goddess, what she means in Earth language is #not my goddess. Does that make sense now? Do you understand now?
Yes, now
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yes. I love hash browns. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Do you?
Oh, yeah, we can... Yeah, we'll
Hash-
use some hash browns. Barkeep, 4 ales and some hash browns for the table. And some rooster's feet.
And I should say, Paladin, now that we typically ask some what Arnie calls softball questions up top, who do you swear your fealty to and why are you wearing that? Now we're going to get into the tough questions, which is usually later in the show, which is what is your name?
Good job, Chunt.
I know this one. It's Dagobert, daughter of Clothar II, Haldetrude. I studied under Arnulf of Metz and Pepin of Landen. So, it's not a name, but it's not a name. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that goes.
Sure.
If I still got introduced on this show, I'd also have a bunch of titles.
Yeah, this is Usidore.
I am Usidore, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius.
Wait, so
master...
Usidore.
No?
She's a paladin. She deals with the common people, so she would only know you as Dump Yard Daddy Boy. That's what the common people know you as.
That's right, I forgot.
Oh, yeah. Dump Yard.
Have you heard of the wizard Dumpyard Daddy Boy?
Yeah, I thought that was like an urban legend myth. Like, I thought that was like a myth that, like we told our children, stories to scare them. I didn't think that was like real.
It is me! I just hit myself with lightning. I didn't mean for that lightning to hit me. I just meant for it to come down and seem exciting.
Ooh, and you're charged to 100%.
Finally. You've been running at like 3% for 9 years.
Dagobert, you may have a better way of describing this, but Arnie, you were saying you don't really know what a paladin is. A paladin, as far as I know, my name is Chunt, by the way, Enchante. A paladin is like a holy knight. Holy knight?
Oh.
Holy night?
Thank you.
I mean, yes, but also no. Like, we're so much more than that. It's not just being sworn. It's not just night duty. It really encompasses the whole thing, We do everything. We're not just sent on missions. We're not just doing this or that. We're not just running errands, okay? We have purpose, and what we do is just so purposeful. And, listen, once I get to know you and I can tell you all about my goddess, your mind's going to be like blown. You're just going to be like, oh my gosh, okay, amazing, right?
But sometimes you run errands, right? Like if you meet a villager and they're like, I need 10 apples to make this pie or something, you probably go through the forest and collect 10 apples, then you go back and you get the pie. Then you have to collect 10 pies to give it to somebody to get some other fucking thing.
Yes. Sometimes you run errands, and sometimes you spend, 10 years out in the wilderness running errands. And but again, it is a light with holy purpose. So it's not just making apples and picking apples and doing whatever someone else asks you. It's picking apples, but different.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Arnie, I've been saying this podcast needs more religion.
Yeah, and I've been saying when it comes to apples, think different.
Think different.
Arnie, Chunt and I have both been asking you for a while. Can we really just put a really strong religious bent on this whole show?
Just this once. This once.
Thank the goddesses.
Well, let's take a quick break, and Usidore and I will put on our Sunday best, and we'll be right back with more. What's this podcast again, Arnie?
Hello from the Magic Tavern.
Hello for the Magic Tavern.
Oh, because we're in a tavern. Oh.
Yeah, and it's magic. It's cursed.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another pitch. Blessed from the Magic Tavern.
Oh, I like that.
Arnie, that's like hashtag blessed.
Okay. Yeah. Hash browns.
And
They're
also,
here. Hash browns are here.
And also with Usidore. Does that make sense? And also with Usidore?
Yeah, I got it.
You get it, Arnie? You get it? And also with you, Usidore.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Amen. Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern. So, Dagobah, what
Dagobert.
Dagobert.
Oh, sorry, Dagobert.
The T is silent.
Yes. What led you into paladindom?
Oh, whoa, boy.
Oh, it was my choice, and I know that a lot of people think, oh, well, when you're royalty and you're like the 14th born, you just there's no room for you in the royal family, but that's not true. Okay,
wait, what's this now?
Yeah, that's not true. Like I had a lot of options. I chose the paladin life because I was like, blessings in this house, but not in this house because I had to leave when I took my vows. But I had a lot of options, is what I'm trying to say. This was my choice.
Arnie, Chunt, secret royalty.
Royalty. Arnie, I was gonna say, look at her cloak. I mean, it's like tattered, but it's like designer tattered. And if you see like the dirt, the smudges of smut on her face are like expertly done.
Like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I think she comes from money.
It's worn down, but I think that's a coach bag.
Why don't, just to double check, if she's a princess or not. Let's ask her to sleep on that mattress in the back that there's pee under it.
Arnie,
My mattress?
No. That's Usidore's mattress.
Okay, all right. And when I heard myself saying it, it seemed like a bad plan.
Arnie, you know that Usidore's spell went bonkers the other week, and now he has to, when he goes home, walk uphill both ways because, the hill is now magicked to be uphill. So we set up that mattress. Don't make him do that. Dagobert.
Yeah. God, these hash browns are so good. Just
Good, right?
Good.
I'm just
good,
gonna
good.
eat everything in front of me because it's been a while since I had last meal.
Would you say what you were talking about your family? What does your family do?
Royalty really doesn't do anything. That's like kind of their whole thing. They just don't need to do. Like doing is like common and royalty is like not,
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. But you said you were the 14th born of this line?
the 14th girl. So there were quite a few ahead of me.
Yeah, but you know people. You know people who know people, right?
I mean, sure, in the sense that we all know everybody because our divine senses know each other,
Wow.
Like I know so many people. Like I know you now, right?
Yes, you do know us, and
Yeah.
I suppose in the sense you're saying to begin with that you've always known us.
Yes.
We've always been connected.
Absolutely. Like I see you and I'm like, wow, this guy just like hit himself with lightning and like almost set this table on fire. Like, wow, this really sucks for whoever owns this tavern. Oh my God. And you were like Arnie, you're like
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy. Yeah. And
Guy standing in front of a girl, asking her
Arnie, that's a woman.
how much money her parents have.
A paladin, please show
Sorry.
respect.
Thank you.
Oh my
That's right.
gosh, yeah.
The badger, which remind me, your species. Do they lay eggs or no?
Eggs. Why did you say eggs? That's weird. I'm a shapeshifter, by the way. Anyway.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have assumed. So eggs, yes, no? Like, do you have extra eggs?
We'll
right
get some
now
eggs.
on you?
We'll get some eggs to go with these hash browns.
Let's order you some eggs.
And some bacon.
Oh my God.
Eggs and bacon on the way.
Man, you are really famished. Have you been out on the road for a while?
Yeah, it's I've been traveling for a little bit for sure. Been on the road. You can probably tell because you can just smell all of the adventures I've been on and all the not errands, divine blessings that I'm privileged and honored to do for everybody. Yeah.
Dagobert, is there a particular quest or mission you find yourself upon that has brought you to this tavern?
I would love to tell you, but it's kind of part of my whole goddesses thing, and I can't just like be telling you willy-nilly. So let's just say it's super important, and it's a little bit of sworn to secrecy. A little bit of my soul was like put into it, so I can't get it back. But so yeah, it's like a big deal is what I'm trying to say,
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's exciting. I was brought into this world to defeat evil in all its forms. For a conspiracy of bird and winds and rain and fire insisted there be a champion. So I've got a lot of stuff going on too.
It's not a contest.
Well,
I'm running this tavern. It takes a lot of work.
Oh, you own this tavern. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, and it
everything.
moves around sometimes, so that's hard.
Oh, yeah, is it like on legs?
Yeah, it
Or-
has legs. We can't really control it. It's cursed. It's difficult to sell it as a place to spend the night for people like to rent out a room, and then in the morning you're
you don't know where you're going to be.
miles away from.
Yeah.
You're not where you live.
Yeah. And do you know how exhausting it is every time the tavern moves to have to run and go collect a pile of mattresses with piss underneath it every single time?
That's true.
Boy, exhausting.
Oh, yeah. Wizard needs to sleep on the mattress of piss. Yep, of
Yes.
course. Totally
There's no
understand.
good way to pick up a mattress with piss underneath it. That's the worst part.
I mean, I mostly sleep on the ground, so I mean, can't you just pee on some straw? Like the straw's good. If I have a straw bed, I'm like, wow, this is a good day.
Oh, well, in that case, since you've come here on a religious mission, of such great import, I believe that Arnie will waive the fee for this evening and allow you to sleep here upon a bed and gain some rest and fill thine belly. All gratis. No need to pay a single dime, for you have greater purpose that we cannot imagine.
Oh my goddess, that is just so kind of you. I love that. I'm gonna eat all these eggs. It's gonna be so great.
Eat all the eggs, and then also, I'm also kind. It's not a competition, but here's some potatoes au gratis, free potatoes. And now's the time in the episode, I think, where to help fund your journey, I'm gonna go ahead and pass around the collection plate. Give what you can. We're happy to take the money that jingles, but we'd rather the money that folds. Let's just go ahead and pass it around. You know, the folding coins are worth more than the regular coins.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Arnie, I passed that collection plate directly to you, and you just handed it back?
Yeah. We were just passing it, right?
Maybe hand it to Mundle, and Mundle can take it around.
I'm going to hand it to Mundle.
Okay.
And now let me read from the good book.
Pippi Longstocking?
Well, no, this is actually The Great Gatsby. And I'd say it's
Snub-nosed motorboat.
Snubbed. Let us all say, Usidore, please lead us in this prayer.
Turn to page 17 of The Great Gatsby. Though we read this on a book club 4 or 5 years ago, I still am unaware of what a snub-nosed motorboat might be. I don't care about a single other thing in that book, because there are no spells in it, so it's a terrible book. Amen.
Amen.
Arnie, now you do your sermon.
Hey, everybody. You know, just be good, right? I'm going to turn my chair around. I'm going to be a cool pastor.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, I meant a cool bastard. Hey, guys, I'm going to be a real cool bastard. Guys, just fucking do what you want. I'm a cool bastard.
Hey, Dagobert, Chunt, this feels a little condescending, right?
I wasn't gonna say it, but I feel like a guitar is gonna appear in his arms like at any moment.
Oh, there it is.
No, guys. Does anybody have any suggestions of songs you'd like to hear? I know
Seven
how to play
Dragons
it.
and a Baby.
What? All at once, please.
All at once again?
Yes.
Okay.
Seven
You brought
Dragons
it
and
out.
a Baby.
All right. Listen to that. I'm not going to do any vocal accompaniment to it, but pretty good guitar. I've been practicing.
Arnie, if you talk over the guitar, that is vocal accompaniment.
Oh, shit.
Dagobert, Chunt, is Arnie playing the guitar and just talking about how he plays the guitar? Is that a sermon? What are we supposed to learn? What are we supposed to do from this?
No.
I've seen worse, you know, honestly. There was an entire time, it was like 3 hours, and we had to be outside in the blistering sun, and then it was 6 hours of manual labor, and then, you know, that's a really long time to listen to one song on the guitar. You know, at some point, my knees were ready to give out, but my spirit was ready to get out first. You know what I mean?
And on the third
I
day,
hear you.
I learned this chord.
This is approaching it, though. I just want that stated.
Yeah,
this
it's not great.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
getting there.
Really feels like he's fishing here.
So 40 seconds of Arnie is almost equal to 3 hours of previous works. Interesting. Arnie, you were saying?
3 hours and 6 hours later, so 9
Yeah.
9 hours of
9 hours.
just.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got to put this guitar away. My hands are cramping up.
Oh wow, that was a great song. That was so great. Did I mention how great your eggs and bacon were? Just.
Oh, thank you.
Do you feel satiated? Is there anything else that we can get you on Arnie's dime?
Oh, wow. I've never been offered this much food. You know, it's like. You know, growing up in royalty, everyone's like, wow, you must have such a good life. And meanwhile, you're sitting there just being like, you know, if I knife one of my sisters, then I might be able to eat the snake that like got into her room. So, whatever you guys have, like, I'm just so grateful to be here.
Well,
And I just want you, and I'm out coming around on this as well, because I also believe in supporting religion. We want you to just have good feelings about us, and we're not asking for anything in return. But just, you know, hypothetically, if everyone above you in the lineage died and you became queen of your kingdom, just keep us in mind. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Of course, yeah, for sure. Anyone who offers me free eggs, I have a warm place for them in my paladin heart. I mean, I can't interfere with my sworn mission or anything, divine blessings. But but just so you know, it's a lot of people who would have to die above me. Like, I've never thought about it or planned or anything like that. But it would have to be like quite a few, because you'd have to pick out like also like, you know, the people who support them, some of the houses and stuff. So just yes.
You said you've never thought about it, but you did mention knifing your sister. I think just a second ago.
Yeah, but that was different. That was for food, so one of us could eat that day. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that was
sister v
purely
sister. Yeah, exactly.
Sure,
Sister v sister. You know, and one time we fought over rats. Like, so.
Oh well, I have to say, though I still don't know what god you swear fealty to. If it helps, I would also swear fealty to this god or goddess. It doesn't matter to me. I believe in the goddesses, and everything is under their purview. So if they made a thing, it's got to be all right.
I mean, listen, my goddess is selective, you know, so you kind of have to show like you understand what's going on. You have to be with it. You know, we kind of have to go through who you pray to before and just make sure that, you know, we're looking for some really specific vibes and some very specific thoughts. And so I'm not saying no, I'm just saying honestly, like once you meet my goddess, you're going to be just like amazing. Yeah. I mean, I would literally give anything to have heard her for the first time, because it's just going to like blow your mind. But we just got to work our way towards it. Do you know?
Sure. I mean, I think I probably am out at you have to be with it. Everything after that was sort of, you know, icing on the cake. But maybe Chunt or Arnie, I don't know.
Give us one more. Here's some more eggs. Arnie, you store under the table.
Sure.
What is it?
She housed those eggs.
Yeah, I was going to say one.
See that?
Do you see how she eats eggs?
Yeah, she slurps them in one big slurp.
Yeah, she swallows them whole and just goes.
That's pretty cool.
That is impressive. Two, what were we saying earlier that everyone wants? What they can't have. We have to get into this exclusive goddess. We have to.
Yeah.
I'll be a wizard paladin. I'll cross classes. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we got to get our name on that list. It sounds so cool. We got to get in this religion. Arnie?
Yeah, on my world, all the religions are like, we want you to be a part of it. And that turns me off. But if I can't be a part of it, I want to be.
Also, there's like no proof of the religion on your world, which sucks.
Yeah. So weird. Okay. Hey, Dagobert. I mean, I don't know. Oh boy. We don't really care, but could we go ahead and get in this religion or whatever? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're being very casual about it.
Oh, okay, cool. Because like you don't want the people who are like enthusiastic. You know what I mean? Like you want people who are just like gonna be like standing outside and like they listen and they just like nod their head a little bit, you know, because like, you know, like when you go to, you know, like live music at like a cooler tavern or whatever, and you see those people who are like really into it and you're like, ew. And then you see people in the back who are like, yeah, that's cool. Like,
yeah,
that's
like at Funa Panuna.
Yeah, Una Panuna. Exactly. That's literally exactly it. Or Ocella, you know.
Oh yes, yeah. Oathcella is where anyone who takes an oath goes to Oathcella.
Yeah.
But it's not even about the music. Like if you asked anyone who went to Oathcella about the music, they'd be like, "Huh."
I hate to spread gossip, but I kind of heard Oathcella wasn't very good this year.
What? No. Oathcella is great, and it's because it doesn't try. You know what I mean? Like the less that it tries, the more I think like, wow, you're taking your oath seriously.
I'm sorry, I just heard that people weren't happy with the grime at this year's Oathcella. That's what I heard.
Well, you know, people are too clean these days. Honestly, I feel like the more dirt, the better.
Oh,
you know?
Yes. Dagobert, I don't know if you went to Pitchfuck this year. So dirty, filthy.
Oh, I used to go, but like, I don't know. It's like so played out now, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Same.
Yeah, it's like I went there before everyone else went there, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then like everyone showed up, and I was like, who are you? Are you even fucking a pitchfork? Like, what is this?
Yeah, Chunt and I went ironically to make fun of it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the best way.
So wait, you ironically fucked a pitchfork?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Some things you just can't do ironically. I'm sorry.
I rolled my eyes the whole time.
If you try, you can do anything ironically.
Yeah, Arnie had to be there and you weren't, so forget it. I don't know when this velvet rope appeared around you. Could we, I see you have a list of names that your goddess might know. Can you check the list to see if our names are on there?
Not that we care.
Yeah, of course. Let me take I'll take a look at that list with, is that more bacon? Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, bacon.
I'm just gonna...
Well, that's a pig drinking at the bar, but we could kill it.
Oh, even better. I love when things are fresh. It's so nice. Didn't always get a lot of fresh stuff growing up, so it's really nice.
Chunt, you keep this up. I'm going to go slaughter that pig.
Wait, isn't that Thomas Foolery back from the dead? Your friend?
Oh, that pig is kicking the shit out of Usidore. Oh, and it's gone. It is gone. Wow, that pig.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
You try to eat someone who's just enjoying a drink at the bar, and they get all pissed off at you.
Wow, I've never seen a wizard crumple so quickly at a cloven hoof. Wow, that was kind of impressive, the way that you were just I'm not going to fight.
Yeah, well, in my defense, I'm not immortal anymore, and I got hit by lightning today.
Yeah. Bad combo.
Not immortal. I will have to mark that down on the list because that's, immortality is kind of a cooler thing.
None of the wizards are immortal anymore, and that's all because I broke a big rock. I did it. I fucked them all up.
Well,
pretty cool, right?
Yeah, totally.
Immortality is cool. Arnie and I are immoral.
Yeah, totally immoral. Almost amoral.
We were talking about immortality, you idiots.
Right. So, morality has nothing to do with immortality. You know what I mean? The people who live the longest are always the worst. Well, I don't know about wizards or shapeshifters, but definitely people, which I am.
Arnie is not immortal. He is amoral. Chunt also amoral. But are you immortal, Chunt?
I don't think so. Could
you just shift into another thing and just kind of live forever?
I'd like to think that even if there's just a tiny speck of me left, I could shapeshift back into a bigger size and be a full-sized me again. I'd like to think so, but
it's pretty cool. Wolverine rules.
Huh?
No, he's a badger.
You can't just say an animal. Badger rules. Badgers rule. Wolverines rule.
I do Wolverines lay eggs also? Just curious.
I'll order some more eggs. Eggs, sausage, bacon, the full foonish, beans, tomatoes, mushrooms.
Oh, that chicken at the bar is kicking Usidore's ass.
I was just ordering. I wasn't even trying to eat you.
I'll have to mark that down. That was very cool the way that you just had your ass handed to you by a chicken.
Thank you.
Well, why don't we take a quick break while we wait for the eggs? And Dagobert, when we come back, maybe we can finally meet your goddess? Finally pay fealty? Take an oath?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally, yeah.
Yes! Ooh, hey there, good looking. It's Chunt letting you know you can check out all of our bonus material, including my personal favorite, Offices and Bosses, over at patreon.com/Magic Tavern. Bye-bye.
So, Arnie, I just think maybe if you introduced me at the top, I could say my full name again.
Oh.
And maybe do it before Chunt sometimes. Just mix it up every once in a while so that's...
Okay. Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm just sitting there and I'm kind of twiddling my thumbs, waiting. And as I mentioned, I'm not immortal anymore, so,
So you need it, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm aware of the passage of time, more so than I used to be.
And also, Arnie, sometimes, introduce yourself. You deserve it, big guy.
Yeah, introduce yourself. Wait, I think he does.
I do.
Oh.
Also, Dump Your Daddy Boy, the reason I don't introduce you is because I am also aware of the passage of time.
Shade.
We only have so much of it.
All right.
Dagobert, you've eaten 87 eggs now. That's I'm starting to hear your armor groan a little bit. Better undo that, not belt, undo that,
girdle.
What is that?
It's a girdle. It's a holy girdle.
A holy girdle?
Yeah. Well, you have to be outfitted. Well, you can choose not to be outfitted, but I find that when you outfit yourself, you just look the part a little bit more. Again, the humble part, not the flashy part, not the ones that are clean and have shiny armor, but the ones that you're oh, this paladin does stuff. They work. you know.
I love to thrift armor. I'll go to like an old dungeon and I'll just be like, oh, there's some stuff in this chest. I guess that's mine now. So I just thrift it from, dungeons and temples and things like that. I just love to thrift armor. Pretty
Absolutely.
cool, right?
Yeah. I love a good thrift. I love like finding people on the side of the road and being like, oh, look, some stuff. And then I take their stuff. And I think it's a great system. Yeah.
Wait. Are these living people or the corpses of people that you've just found?
I'm not really interested in that distinction, so...
Okay. I guess life exists on a spectrum, so fuck me. What am I doing?
Right. And the spectrum is free armor for you, right?
Okay.
Oh, Usidore, did you say fuck me? Let me get the pitchfork here.
I'm going to do this ironically. And the other
See, Arnie, it can be ironic.
He did it. He did
Yeah.
do it. He did look ironic.
I've actually seen, like people who are doing it with like a little less enthusiasm. So,
Oh, yes.
he looked very like pleased.
Whoever thought enthusiasm was going to be my downfall?
Well, Dagobert, you know what? I was very excited to learn more about your goddess, but I guess during the break, I started to hear whispers that maybe your goddess is over.
What? Wait. Who said that? Was it the chicken? Was it the pig? I'll kill them. Who said that? That's crazy. That's
It wasn't
nuts.
like a specific person. It was just more kind of like taking the temperature of the room. I did kind of a vibe check.
This room sucks. Like the vibes are off. So like no one here would go to Oathcella. They wouldn't even get in. They would like look at them and be like, wow, unoath, uncella, nothing. So no, my goddess is like super cool and super here and super like a thing. So that's ridiculous.
Dagobert, it's okay. It happens to all of us. You love a goddess. You love a goddess, and then you meet some people who are a little bit younger than you, and they're like, oh, you still listen to that goddess and follow her teachings. Oh, like they listen to goddesses and gods you've never even heard of, and you're like, what? I don't even.
I've heard of literally every goddess, so that's ridiculous because I have heard it, from like the first pressings of goddesses to the types of sermons. Like I'm like really careful about like what I solicit into.
Dagobert, hey, you got real sweaty. It's giving ick. Okay.
It's not true. I really don't sweat at all. That's ridiculous because I sold my sweat glands. So it's so wild of you to say this.
Hey,
what?
Dagobert, you don't have to glisten to be sweaty. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, this bacon is so good. I think I'm just gonna
Yeah, why don't you just finish that up? I think that'll be the last of the bacon.
She rolled up the bacon in the shape of an egg and swallowed it.
I just wanted to say, the good thing is, once you're realizing your past this, you can really start to appreciate the classics. There's Fu and U and Un, the three goddesses who created and begat all of the other gods and goddesses, and demigods and centaurs and stars and everything in the universe, right? They invented eggs. One day, they just sat down and they thought, what if there were eggs? And then there were. Pretty cool stuff, right?
Yeah, of course, because eggs are amazing. They're like literally like nature's miracle, and I love the all the goddesses. When they fucked and create the world, I was like, yes, girls, yes. So I correctly gave myself to the right goddess is what I'm trying to say, and nothing has ever changed about that, and it's totally fine.
Shit, I think I figured it out. You worship a breakfast goddess. Bob Evans, the breakfast goddess.
How did you guess that? No one has ever guessed that. And listen, yes, okay. Technically, Bob Evans is like sort of being held like hostage underground by some of the like other gods of like food, and so like it's been kind of hard, and but my god will escape anytime now, and they're like so cool. They're like, you know, god of waffles and stuff. Like, how do you fight that? You know what I mean? So like any minute now, you know, they're gonna rise up, you know, and it's gonna be, you know, fuck orange juice. That's what I'm saying. The goddess of orange juice can literally fuck herself.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves breakfast, but I don't even know if Bob Evans could defeat Elevensies, the goddess of brunch.
No, I'm sorry. You think Elevensies is cooler than the, you know, like OG breakfast? Like that's
Breakfast and lunch.
Which is unholy and wrong, just so we're clear. Like everything about that is just like why would you do that to yourself, you know?
No, what's unholy and wrong is Snackula, vampire of little bites to tide you over.
We will not speak of Snackula. I spit on their name.
Look, is it possible the problem is that the goddess of breakfast, it's just too broad of a category? Like in this day and age, a deity just has to niche down to like a smaller subcategory.
My god, my like leech does not need to think about marketing or like considering, you know, all of what things haven't changed. Like my god is like super like inclusive and thinks about like all types of like morning based foods. So like I
super inclusive, but won't do brunch now. But brunch is a sacrilege.
Yeah, because it's
that
wrong.
word?
Usidore, are you okay?
I got hit by lightning.
And he got his ass kicked by a pig and a chicken.
Yeah. Oh, and you fucked yourself with a pitchfork.
Yeah, I'm in bad shape. I'm in bad
You're
shape.
doing so bad.
Sacrilegious? Is that what you're...
Yeah, because it's unholy, because there should be strict delineation between when you eat in the morning, when you eat in the afternoon, and when you eat in the evening. And I will occasionally allow for, you know, like a little, the goddess of tea time, you know, is like pretty cool. Like I thought about like being in her church and stuff, because I really think like scones are kind of a cool addition. Mm-hmm. But I'm really here for my God. And admit it now, he's gonna free himself, or she's gonna free herself from the chains, and you know, come and smite us all. So I'm really excited for the end of the world with breakfast. Yeah.
I sort of agree with Arnie. I think you really got to narrow down, and I think this tea time goddess could be really good for you. I think you know, you could also think about, you know, pairing that with someone like Lactania, Queen of Creams, and then, you know, she can, you know, really put a lot of flavor into a tea time.
Lactania, Queen of Creams, should go on March Magic next year.
Noted.
What about Mama Mimosa?
Here
Arnie?
we go again.
No, there's another goddess. What other goddesses do we know?
Bloody Mariosa. I mean, there's a ton. Like,
is there a goddess of snacking way too late at night?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Snackula.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
Dagobert, not to correct you, but it's Bloody Mariosa, not Bloody Mariosa.
Are you correcting the way I am speaking? Oh my God. It is so rude of you with your little whiskered face to tell me what is going on.
Oh, no.
With my God.
Oh, no. Her sword is drawn. Her sword is drawn.
No. Let's all calm down here, and let's just enjoy some breakfast. Why don't I order us another round of eggs and bacon and toast? Would that make everyone happy again?
How many eggs?
As many as you like. Well, let me check. How many eggs do we have left? The chicken just flipped me off.
Oh, flipping off with a wing. That is tough.
That is. But somehow.
No, you know they mean it.
Dagobert, I have to apologize. And also, I want to compliment your sword. I've never seen a buttered sword before, but of course, one who serves a breakfast goddess might have a buttered sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It, like, in the morning, you just wake up. I just, like, open the sword, and I'm like, it's like the smell of breakfast, you know? It's the smell of my God. My God smells like butter.
I just realized that's not dirt on your face. That's maple syrup.
Mm-hmm. I make it myself.
You look like you're stuck to that chair.
Did you rob those people on the side of the road?
I can move anytime, first of all. I'm not stuck to this chair. And yes, sometimes my skin is sticky, but that is just how normal people's skin is. And to answer your question, Mr. I can't find a piss mattress because whatever.
Okay.
Sometimes the people are dead, and sometimes the people are not dead. And I think it's important that, you know, breakfast is a dish that can be experienced anytime, but technically I prefer it in the morning. And we should all be as inclusive as Bob Evans.
That's a beautiful sentiment. Mm-hmm. But I can't condone the innocent attacks upon people simply traveling down the road to have their armor and such stolen from them. As someone who stands up for the causes of righteousness, I must remind you that breakfast is a dish best served cold.
Sorry, I didn't get that last part. What'd you say?
I said very dramatically that breakfast is a dish best served cold, and then I remembered that's not true.
Right.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
like objectively
I got
wrong.
that wrong. Sorry.
Griddle
Sorry.
cakes.
I admit it. I got it wrong.
Also, I've met the god of cold, Frieza, and like he also sucks all the time. So, I've met a lot of gods, and there's like such a quality difference. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. There's some that you're just like, why even bother being a god? Like, I met Petunia, the god of pebbles, and I was like, do we need that? Someone's already covering rocks and mountains. Like, pebbles are just like a subset of that. Why are you named after a flower? That doesn't make a lot of sense. There's just like, there's a lot of holes you can poke into that, and you wonder like, why did? But then I remember, the goddesses have a reason for everything.
Yeah.
And in their grand scheme, they decreed there must be a Petunia, god of pebbles. I don't know why.
Pebbles for breakfast.
I don't like question about it, like I've met a couple of the moss gods, and let me tell you, talk about exclusive, okay? Like,
Sure.
some of the mycelium, some of the fun guys, they're not fun guys. Let me just say that, okay?
Yes. Well, I want to tell you this, Dagobert. We are putting together an alliance to fend off the upcoming Wizard's War. You are both a mighty fighter, a paladin, fighting in the name of Bob Evans. And you are also a distant heir to a throne. I don't think we ever found out what kingdom that was. Is that Spelantula or Freedomir or...
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's
Cool.
just like,
No, I wouldn't really care. I wasn't trying to be interested.
So it's not a good one. It's not a good one, is what it sounds like.
Oh, no, it's like good. It's like good is subjective, right? Like good is not always what you're thinking. Like some people think a good kingdom has like a lot of riches and like
And it's popular and it makes a lot of money. But
it cares for its people. But
that's how you're defining success, Arnie, in your fast-paced world and your go-get-'em type A personality.
Yeah.
Sure, that's what Arnie would think is successful, but perhaps there's another definition of success that you should consider. So my point was, please, Dagobert, will you join our quest? If we call upon thee to come back and aid us in our fight against the wizards, will you aid us? Will you? Will you
he's getting older.
Will you aid us?
Wow, he really needs to recharge. I'll think about it. Not that this is like what it would hinge on, but like, would you serve like eggs to your like fellow allies?
In this upcoming war, this war that may decimate all of Foon, we will insist that there is crafty. Yes, oh lo, there shall be bananas. There shall be eggs. There shall be power bars. Aye, there shall even be sweeted pastries, and at the lunching time, a buffet heated and warmed of many meats and vegetarian options.
Who's going to pay for all that?
Pass around the collection plate directly to Arnie. Give what you can.
So, Dagobert, what do you say?
Yeah, you had me at selection of baked goods.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Okay.
then forget the rest.
No, I think eggs are important, but it's not the only thing that it would hinge on. But just so I'm clear, is this like going to require like a lot of time, a little time? Like what are we thinking?
Oh, well, based on the pace of this show so far, I would say over the next couple of years, there'll probably be a war.
Yeah.
And that it will talk about it a lot, and then it'll happen in like an hour.
Yeah, one or two episodes.
But with like 20 people.
Yeah.
Totally, absolutely. I feel like that's kind of how most wars happen, definitely. Like a lot of build up, and then it's like over in an hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just like Oathchella, honestly.
Yeah, a lot like that, yes.
A lot like Oathchella.
Yeah.
Well, Dagobert, thank you so much for helping us. And I want to say, Paladin, I feel like that evokes dinner time, Paladin. So maybe you're a Palabrek? Palafast?
Palabrek sounds really good. And you know what? Listen, any moment now when my breakfast god is free from eternal torment and chains and comes and rains down blood and coffee upon everywhere and everyone is like bathed in, drowns in maple syrup and, I don't know, maybe a side of like lemon poppy seed pancakes get crushed beneath or something. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to see the vision.
Now I want blood and coffee. Arnie, could you make a pot?
She evil?
Ask her. Arnie, ask her.
No, I'm just going to play the guitar.
Oh.
I hate that the need for this keeps arising. Ask your doctor before you add blood to your coffee. Blood coffee may not be appropriate for all listeners. There, legal kept at bay for one more week. Usidore the Wizard was played by Matt Young. Chunt the Talking Badger was played by Adal Rifai. Dagobert the Paladin was played by special guest Shoe Mason. Hello from the Magic Tavern is an independent production, made possible by feeding a series of obscene and contradictory prompts into ChatGPT? Wait, that's not right. Made possible by supporters of the Magic Tavern Patreon. Each of you is unique and special to us as a big box of styrofoam packing pellets. Supporters such as Shanks, off to a great start, Jasmine Clayton and Randy Clefus of Percy's Peach Pit, Eureka, Brian Whipple, Martina Tingley, Sydney, Jane, Sally, Paul, and Brewster, please let that be Punky, Sonny and Britt, Aiden Q, David C, parentheses, the C stands for Chunt. Actually, David, the C stands for come on. Admiral Tyler Rayburn, commander of what, we'll never know. UC Nagayan Naviachai, Nicholas McNabb, John Michael Cope, Andy P., Justin Bergeron, Jonathan Farris, Beck Haw, and Colin Hathaway. Patrons get ad-free episodes, the entire back catalog, including all the previous spin-offs, and at least 2 new bonus episodes each month. And due to popular request, you heard me, popular, I am going to record a Patreon episode where I answer questions from Patreon supporters. If you want to get your question into me before I record the episode, the post to collect questions is already available on the Patreon. What more enticement do you need? To learn more about supporting the show and to get your question in, visit patreon.com/Magic Tavern. Flood of new supporters, activate. Hello from the Magic Tavern is produced by Arnie Niekamp, Matt Young, and Adal Rifai. Post-production coordination by Garrett Schultz. Associate producer, Anna Havermann. This episode edited by Anna Havermann. Hello from the Magic Tavern logo by Allard Laban. Magic Tavern theme by Andy Poland.